today we'll be discussing pile composting. So yesterday we discussed pit composting. So today it's pile. Pile means you just create alternate layers of kitchen waste and dry leaves and just continue in that manner in a heap. So it's actually very easy because in the case of pit composting you have to dig a pit. Here that effort is saved. So all you have to do is just keep on depositing kitchen waste and dry leaves every day, and that's all. And as we discussed yesterday, if you are doing it for the first time, then you just keep kitchen waste and use only dry leaves. Then your layers will be only of dry leaves. That's all. And culture, as we discussed yesterday, soil itself is a culture. Then today we'll discuss a few more cultures. So culture is again like the example of curd. It's a small dose of microbes that we provide for the process to start. Then those microbes are going to multiply and they will do their work. So rather all the hard work will be done by them. So what we need to use a culture. So soil is one of the cultures. Then cow dung is a culture. They think cow dung may not be that easily available for everybody, but if it is, you have source of cow dung, it's advisable. Then there are a few ready-made culture powders that you get. That one is from Inora. Then Mahatma Phule Krishi Vidyapit has come up with their own culture. They have done it with base of jawar, and that is available in Agriculture College Pune. So you can buy that, or you can borrow compost from somebody. So if there is any friend or family who is doing and you are doing it for the first time, so you won't have any compost ready with you, but you can borrow compost from them, and you will be needing it only for one time. Once your own compost is ready, then for a subsequent composting process, this compost will act as culture. So this is only one time purchase or one time borrowing that you would need to do. And for pile composting, only one thing to remember is before you start depositing kitchen waste and dry leaves, just cover that whatever area you take for that pile, place twigs or tree branches there. So first layer or the lowermost layer should be of twigs and branches. So as we discussed yesterday, moisture is a vital factor for composting. So similarly, one more factor is aeration. So if there is not enough aeration, then that decomposing process happens in absence of oxygen. That is, it turns anaerobic. And anaerobic is also a natural process, but then it generates foul smell. So we are going to avoid anaerobic process as far as possible. So we have to make sure that the pile gets enough air. So the problem is only in the lowermost layer, because of the pressure from the upper layers, this layer and once that process starts of decomposing, then there won't be any cavities left, and because of that the lowermost layer will not get much aeration. So that's where our twigs come into picture. So these twigs will anyway create some cavities or a vacuum, and so there will sorry, not vacuums, cavities, and so there will be enough air in the pockets, and so even the lowermost layer will get enough aeration. And that's it. The process is same what we saw in pit composting. You have to repeat the process here. So you do with kitchen waste and dry leaves, the alternate layers, or you do if you are doing it for the first time, you go for only dry leaves composting. So process is same. The moisture and aeration, these are two major factors that you have to take care. And if you are doing it only with dry leaves, then you have to water the pile. That's it. Only harvesting compost from the pile is bit of challenge, because the lowermost layer will have compost ready in it first. So how to extract that ready compost, it's a bit of hassle here. So tomorrow we'll do one more video on pile composting, and in that I will suggest a few workarounds in that, and how you can easily accomplish that harvesting from the lowermost layer. So happy composting, and see you tomorrow. Thank you.